Stop scrolling for just 1 second, because you've just stepped into a place where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary American treasures. Welcome to a world where history hides in plain sight, where a single cent can carry stories, secrets, and surprising value. This isn't hype, this isn't rumor, this is real U.S. coin history, real collector insight, and real passion for numismatics. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just found an old coin in a drawer, you're in the right place. Welcome to the journey where every coin has a story, and every story can change the way you see money forever. Let's get started. First up in the United States, Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent from 1964. D stands as a fascinating and enduring symbol of American numismatics, a coin that continues to captivate enthusiasts across generations. Struck during a pivotal era of U.S. history and bearing the iconic D mint mark, this cent is admired not only for its historical resonance, but also for its timeless design and strong collector appeal. While once a humble piece of everyday change, the 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial cent has evolved into a prized treasure, sought after by collectors who appreciate its role as a bridge between America's past and present. Its steady demand in today's market reflects a deep respect for its story, artistry, and enduring legacy. Minted in 1964 at the Denver Mint, this coin emerged during a period of profound social, political, and economic change in the United States. The early 1960s were defined by the civil rights movement, Cold War tensions, and the legacy of President John F. Kennedy, whose assassination in 1963 left a lasting impact on the nation. The Lincoln Memorial Cent series itself, introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replaced the long-running wheat cent design. As part of this historic series, the 1964 D issue represents a tangible connection to mid-20th century America, honoring Lincoln's ideals of unity and freedom while reflecting the era in which it was produced. Within the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, 1959 to 2008, the 1964 D coin occupies a meaningful place as one of the last issues struck before major changes in U.S. coinage composition later in the decade. Although still composed primarily of copper, it was produced during a time when rising metal prices would soon force the U.S. Mint to rethink cent production. Collectors view the 1964 D as part of the classic copper era of Lincoln Memorial cents, making it especially appealing to those assembling complete date and mint sets. Its Denver origin adds an extra layer of interest, as the D mint mark signifies the vital role the Denver Mint played in meeting America's growing demand for coinage. The visual identity of the 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial cent is instantly recognizable and deeply symbolic. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's dignified portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design first introduced in 1909 and widely regarded as one of the most successful portraits in U.S. coinage history. Lincoln's calm yet resolute expression embodies leadership and integrity. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's Lincoln Memorial design showcases the iconic Washington, D.C. monument, with a small but remarkable detail, a tiny seated statue of Lincoln visible between the central columns. Struck in a 95% copper alloy, the coin measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.11 grams, giving it a rich reddish-brown tone that becomes especially stunning in high-grade, uncirculated condition. The D mint mark, located just below the date on the obverse, identifies Denver as the minting facility and is a key detail collectors look for. While the standard 1964 D issue is common in circulated grades, collectors are particularly drawn to sharply struck examples with full detail in Lincoln's hair and the memorial's columns. Minor varieties, such as repunched mint marks or subtle die characteristics, further enhance desirability for specialists. In pristine red (RD) condition, the coin's luster and color can be breathtaking, elevating it from an ordinary cent to a true showpiece within a collection. From a mintage standpoint, the 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial cent was produced in large numbers, making it readily available in circulated condition. However, true rarity emerges in high-grade examples, especially those graded MS 65 red or higher by professional services. Over decades of circulation and handling, many coins lost their original luster or developed spots and toning, making fully original, unblemished specimens increasingly scarce. This challenge of locating pristine examples drives collector demand and underscores the importance of condition, as even small differences in surface quality can dramatically affect value. In today's numismatic market, the value of a 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial cent varies widely based on grade and eye appeal. Circulated examples typically trade for a modest premium over face value, while uncirculated coins can range from $5 to $25 depending on color designation. High-grade certified specimens, particularly MS-66 or MS-67 red, have realized prices from $50 to several $100s at auction, with exceptional pieces approaching or exceeding $1,000. This steady appreciation reflects not speculation, but a growing appreciation for quality, originality, and historical significance within the Lincoln Memorial series. For collectors seeking the best examples of the 1964 D cent, prioritizing certified, high-grade coins is essential. Look for strong strikes, vibrant original color, and minimal surface marks. Purchasing from reputable dealers or established auctions helps ensure authenticity and fair pricing. Proper storage is equally important. Coins should be housed in inert holders or certified slabs, kept away from moisture, heat, and direct handling. Engaging with numismatic communities and staying informed about grading standards and recent sales can provide valuable insights and help collectors make confident, informed decisions. The 1964 D. Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is far more than a common copper coin. It is a compelling blend of history, artistry, and collectability. As a tangible connection to a transformative era in American history, it continues to captivate enthusiasts with its iconic design, rich symbolism, and enduring appeal. Whether pursued as part of a complete Lincoln Memorial set, a high-grade investment piece, or a tribute to Abraham Lincoln's legacy, this cent remains a prized treasure in U.S. numismatics. For collectors worldwide, owning a beautiful 1964 D is not just about value. It's about holding a small but powerful piece of America's story. Beyond its physical attributes and market performance, the 1964 D. Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent carries deep cultural and educational value that continues to resonate with collectors and historians alike. For many Americans, Lincoln cents were the first coins encountered in childhood, making this issue a nostalgic gateway into the world of numismatics. The presence of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse reinforces lessons of civic pride, democracy, and national unity, transforming a small copper coin into a powerful teaching tool. As a result, the 1964 D cent is frequently used in educational collections and exhibits, further enhancing its reputation as a meaningful and accessible artifact of American heritage. The 1964 D holds special importance for collectors focused on completing date and mint Lincoln Memorial sets or competing in registry programs. While the date itself is attainable, locating a top-tier example with blazing original red color and minimal imperfections is a genuine challenge. This dynamic creates excitement among advanced collectors, who often upgrade multiple times in pursuit of the finest known specimens. Registry competition has elevated demand for premium-grade examples, ensuring that the finest 1964 D cents remain hotly contested whenever they appear on the market, reinforcing their long-term desirability. As part of the pre-1982 copper era, the 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial cent benefits from a composition that many collectors prefer over later zinc-based issues. The coin's high copper content allows for rich toning patterns, ranging from fiery red to deep mahogany and even rainbow hues when stored properly. These natural color variations add personality and uniqueness to each surviving specimen. Collectors often gravitate toward coins with exceptional eye appeal, knowing that original surfaces and attractive toning can significantly enhance both enjoyment and value over time. Auction records consistently demonstrate that premium 1964 D. Lincoln Memorial cents perform well relative to their category. While not a rarity in the traditional sense, the coin's value stability lies in its broad collector base and enduring popularity. High-grade certified examples frequently outperform expectations due to competitive bidding, particularly when accompanied by strong eye appeal and respected third-party grading. This steady performance underscores the coin's reputation as a reliable and low-risk collectible, appealing to both seasoned numismatists and newcomers seeking a solid foundation piece. Next up in the United States, Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent from 1963 with the D mint mark stands as a quietly powerful icon in American numismatics. a coin that continues to captivate enthusiasts with its blend of history, symbolism, and enduring collectability. Though struck during a year of high production, the 1963 D. Lincoln cent has earned a loyal following among collectors who recognize its importance within the Memorial Cent series and its strong presence in today's market. Far from being just spare change, this coin represents a prized treasure for those who appreciate subtle rarity, pristine condition, and the timeless appeal of America's most beloved circulating coin. Minted in 1963 at the Denver Mint, this Lincoln Memorial Cent emerged during one of the most emotionally charged years in modern U.S. history. The nation was on the cusp of major social change, and 1963 would forever be remembered as the year President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. Against this backdrop, the Lincoln cent, already a symbol of unity and perseverance, took on even deeper meaning. As part of the Lincoln Memorial Series introduced in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the 1963 D cent serves as a tangible connection to the past, reflecting America's resilience during a moment of national reflection. Within the broader Lincoln Memorial Cent series, 1959 to 2008, the 1963 D issue represents the mature phase of the design, when minting quality at Denver was generally strong and production numbers were substantial. While it does not carry the instant rarity of earlier wheat cents, its role is no less important. Collectors assembling date and mint sets rely on the 1963 D as a cornerstone example of early 1960s coinage, and its historical timing elevates it beyond a routine issue, anchoring it firmly within the narrative of mid-20th century America. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, dignified and sharply detailed when found in high grade, with the inscriptions Liberty and I in God We Trust framing the design. The reverse displays the stately Lincoln Memorial, with the tiny seated statue of Lincoln visible between the central columns, an artistic detail that continues to fascinate collectors. Struck in 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the coin weighs 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. The small but significant D mint mark below the date proudly identifies its Denver origin, adding to its collectability. What truly elevates the 1963 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent is its visual appeal in uncirculated or near-mint condition. Coins with full red luster, RD designation, display a rich, fiery copper glow that instantly draws the eye. While no major, widely recognized varieties dominate this date, collectors actively search for minor double die obverse, repunched mint marks, and striking anomalies, which can significantly enhance desirability. In top-tier grades, even a common date like this transforms into a standout showpiece. From a raw mintage perspective, the 1963 D cent is not rare. However, true scarcity emerges at the highest grading levels. Millions were struck, yet relatively few survive today with flawless surfaces, sharp strikes, and full original red color. Coins graded MS66RD and above become increasingly difficult to locate, and this condition rarity is what fuels serious collector demand. The challenge of finding pristine examples is precisely why advanced collectors continue to pursue this issue with enthusiasm. In terms of market value, circulated examples typically trade for modest amounts, often close to face value. However, the picture changes dramatically with condition. Uncirculated 1963 D cents can range from $1 to $5, while high-grade certified pieces in MS66RD to MS67RD may command $50 to $150 or more, depending on eye appeal and population reports. Coins featuring notable errors or confirmed varieties have been known to reach several $100s at auction. Steady collector interest, combined with coppa's intrinsic appeal, supports long-term value stability. Collectors seeking the 1963 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent should prioritize certified examples from reputable grading services, especially when targeting higher grades. Careful inspection for luster, strike quality, and surface preservation is essential. Always store coins in protective holders or archival safe capsules, avoid direct handling, and purchase from trusted dealers or established auctions. Engaging with numismatic communities and following recent sales trends can provide valuable insights into which grades and varieties are gaining momentum. One of the most compelling reasons collectors continue to chase the 1963 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent is its place within the classic copper era of U.S. coinage. Struck decades before the composition change to copper-plated zinc in 1982, this coin represents the end of an age when cents carried real intrinsic weight and warmth. For many numismatists, pre-1982 Lincoln cents, like the 1963, feel more authentic, more substantial, and more historically grounded. This pure copper character adds an extra layer of emotional and material appeal, reinforcing why collectors see it as a lasting store of value rather than just a nostalgic keepsake. The Denver Mint played a crucial role in supplying coinage for a rapidly growing nation in the early 1960s, and the 1963 cent showcases the Mint's high production standards of the era. Well-struck examples often display sharp lettering, clear hair detail on Lincoln's portrait, and strong definition in the memorial's columns. Coins exhibiting these traits are especially desirable, as they reflect the technical precision of the Denver facility during a peak period of output. For collectors who appreciate mint craftsmanship, the bold D mint mark is a badge of quality and historical pride. What makes the 1963 D Lincoln Memorial cent truly special is its cross-generational appeal. Veteran collectors value it for its historical timing and condition rarity, while newer hobbyists are drawn to its affordability and accessibility. It often serves as a gateway coin, an entry point that sparks deeper interest in Lincoln cents, U.S. history, and coin grading. Many collectors recall discovering similar coins in childhood collections or inherited jars of change, giving the 1963 a powerful nostalgic pull that few modern issues can replicate. In advanced collections, the 1963 cent is rarely overlooked. High-end registry set builders actively compete for top population examples, where even a single grade point can dramatically affect desirability and price. A blazing red MS-67RD specimen can become the centerpiece of a memorial cent lineup, standing shoulder to shoulder with far scarcer dates purely on visual impact and condition rarity. This competitive environment further reinforces its reputation as a coin that rewards patience, knowledge, and discerning taste. As time passes, the legacy of the 1963 Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent only grows stronger. Attrition continues to reduce the number of pristine survivors, while global interest in U.S. coinage steadily expands. These factors suggest that well-preserved examples will remain in demand, both as historical artifacts and as smart long-term collectibles. For numismatists who value continuity, symbolism, and enduring beauty, the 1963 cent stands as a quiet yet powerful reminder that even seemingly ordinary coins can become extraordinary treasures with time. In the end, the 1963 Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is far more than a common copper coin. It is a compelling blend of history, artistry, and condition-based rarity. As a tangible connection to a pivotal moment in American history, it continues to captivate enthusiasts and reward discerning collectors. Whether pursued as part of a complete memorial cent set or as a high-grade standalone example, this coin remains a prized treasure with lasting appeal, firmly securing its place in the hearts of numismatists worldwide. Next up in the United States, Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent from 1966 stands as a fascinating and enduring icon of American numismatics, a coin that continues to captivate enthusiasts with its rich symbolism, historical depth, and quiet scarcity in top-tier condition. Though often overlooked in everyday change, this penny has steadily risen in collector interest, earning its place as a prized treasure for those who appreciate the hidden stories within America's coinage. Its connection to a transformative era in U.S. history, combined with growing market demand for high-grade examples and special varieties, has elevated the 1966 Lincoln Memorial cent from a common coin to a compelling collectible with lasting appeal. Minted in 1966, this Lincoln Memorial cent emerged during a turbulent yet pivotal period in American history. The mid-1960s were marked by economic pressure, rising silver prices, and a nationwide coin shortage, prompting the U.S. Mint to temporarily remove mint marks from circulating coinage between 1965 and 1967. As a result, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial cent was produced with no mint mark, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, making it a tangible reminder of the federal government's response to monetary challenges of the era. Issued as part of the long-running Lincoln cent series introduced in 1909, this coin also reflects the cultural legacy of President Abraham Lincoln and America's continued reverence for unity and perseverance during times of change. The design of the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent is both timeless and instantly recognizable. The obverse features Victor David Brenner's dignified portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design celebrated for its realism and emotional gravity. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's iconic depiction of the Lincoln Memorial stands proudly, with Lincoln himself subtly visible within the central columns, a detail that never fails to impress collectors. Struck in a copper-based alloy, the coin measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.11 grams, offering a solid feel that enhances its visual and tactile appeal. In high-grade or uncirculated condition, the coin's sharp lines, warm luster, and rich color make it especially striking. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent is its lack of a mint mark, a feature that immediately ties it to a unique chapter in U.S. mint history. While billions were produced for circulation, special attention is given to the 1966 Special Mint Set, SMS coins, which display a distinctive satin-like finish and superior strike quality. These SMS issues were not released for circulation, making them particularly desirable among collectors. Additionally, subtle varieties such as double-die obverse examples, though rare, add another layer of excitement and desirability for specialists who enjoy the hunt for anomalies. While the overall mintage of the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent was high, true rarity emerges in condition and variety. Coins that have survived decades of circulation without wear, especially those graded mint state, MS, or preserved in original special mint set condition, are increasingly difficult to find. The challenge of locating pristine examples with full luster, clean surfaces, and sharp details significantly drives collector demand. Error coins and SMS issues further enhance the coin's scarcity profile, reinforcing its reputation as a sleeper collectible with growing recognition. In terms of market value, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent offers a wide range depending on condition and variety. Circulated examples typically hold modest value, but uncirculated coins can command prices from $5 to $30, depending on grade. Special mint set examples often range from $20 to $100, while rare double-die or exceptional high-grade specimens have been known to fetch $250 to $1,000 or more at auctions and private sales. Steady appreciation, driven by historical significance, visual appeal, and collector nostalgia, continues to support long-term value growth for premium examples. What truly sets the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent apart is its broad appeal across all levels of numismatics. For beginners, it represents an affordable entry into historically meaningful U.S. coinage. For advanced collectors, it offers the thrill of chasing high-grade examples, SMS issues, and elusive varieties. Its connection to a unique mint mark era, combined with the enduring popularity of the Lincoln series, ensures that this coin remains a favorite among those who value both history and artistry. Collectors pursuing the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent should prioritize certified, high-grade coins, particularly those graded by reputable services. Careful inspection for special mint set characteristics, double-die details, and surface quality is essential. Purchasing from trusted dealers or established auctions helps ensure authenticity and fair pricing. Proper storage in protective holders, minimal handling, and maintaining a controlled environment will preserve the coin's condition and long-term value. Engaging with collector communities and market reports can also provide valuable insights into emerging trends. In the end, the 1966 Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is far more than a simple penny. It is a captivating blend of history, artistry, and subtle rarity. As a tangible connection to the past and a symbol of resilience during a critical era of American coinage, it continues to stand as a prized treasure for collectors worldwide. Elegant design, or investment potential, this coin remains a rewarding addition to any collection, reaffirming its lasting value and timeless appeal in the world of numismatics. Beyond its surface design, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent carries a deeper historical resonance that continues to fascinate numismatists. This coin circulated during a time of social transformation in the United States, amid the civil rights movement, the Vietnam War era, and sweeping economic reforms. Holding this cent is like holding a quiet witness to history, a small yet powerful artifact that moved through the hands of millions during a defining decade. For collectors, this historical backdrop adds emotional weight and narrative depth, transforming the coin into far more than spare change and solidifying its role as a meaningful relic of mid-20th century America. The artistic legacy of the Lincoln Memorial Cent design further enhances the 1966 issue's appeal. Victor D. Brenner's portrait of Lincoln, first introduced in 1909, had already become one of the most respected depictions in American coinage by the time this coin was struck. Paired with Frank Gasparo's elegant memorial reverse, the design symbolizes leadership, sacrifice, and national unity. Collectors often note that well-preserved 1966 cents display exceptional balance between bold relief and refined detail, making high-grade examples visually captivating and deeply satisfying to own. In advanced collecting circles, the concept of a condition census adds further intrigue to the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent. While many examples survive, only a small fraction achieve the highest grades, such as MS-66 or MS-67, especially with full original luster and minimal contact marks. These elite coins are fiercely contested whenever they appear at auction, often commanding strong premiums. Their scarcity at the top end reinforces the idea that true rarity is defined not just by mintage numbers, but by survival quality, an insight seasoned collectors deeply appreciate. From an investment standpoint, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent represents a steady and historically grounded opportunity rather than a speculative gamble. Coins from the no-mint mark era have gained increased attention over the years, particularly as collectors seek complete date runs and special mint set examples. As demand for certified problem-free coins continues to grow, the long-term outlook for premium 1966 cents remains positive. Many collectors view it as a sleeper coin, one whose true value potential is still unfolding as the market matures. Ultimately, the enduring legacy of the 1966 Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent lies in its ability to connect generations of collectors. It appeals to nostalgia, history lovers, design purists, and investors alike, bridging the gap between common circulation coins and elite numismatic treasures. As part of a complete Lincoln Memorial Cent collection, or as a standout individual piece in uncirculated or special mint set condition, it continues to captivate enthusiasts around the world. Its story, artistry, and quiet rarity ensure that this humble cent will remain a respected and cherished cornerstone of American numismatics for decades to come. Next up in the United States, Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent from 1972 stands as a quietly powerful and endlessly fascinating issue within American numismatics. A coin that continues to captivate enthusiasts with its blend of everyday familiarity and hidden collectible depth. Struck at the Denver Mint and bearing the distinctive D Mint mark, this cent represents far more than loose change. It embodies a pivotal era in U.S. history and an enduring symbol of Lincoln's legacy. While millions were produced for circulation, demand has steadily grown among collectors who recognize the coin's historical resonance, condition rarity, and surprising market potential, elevating the 1972 D cent to prized treasure status within memorial cent collections. To fully appreciate the 1972 D Lincoln Memorial Cent, one must place it within its historical context. Issued during the early 1970s, a time marked by social change, economic adjustment, and the final decades of traditional bronze U.S. cents, this coin belongs to the long-running Lincoln Memorial Series introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Produced at the Denver Mint, one of America's most important coinage facilities, the 1972 D cent circulated widely during an era of shifting national identity, serving as a tangible connection to the everyday lives, commerce, and culture of the United States during that period. Artistically and symbolically, the 1972 D Lincoln Memorial Cent remains instantly recognizable and deeply iconic. The obverse features Victor D. Brenner's timeless right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a design admired for its dignity, realism, and emotional strength. The reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., complete with the subtle yet powerful inclusion of Lincoln's statue visible between the central columns, an artistic detail that continues to impress collectors. Struck in a copper-based bronze alloy, the coin measures 19 millimeters in diameter and weighs 3.11 grams, with sharp red luster in high-grade examples making well-preserved pieces especially visually striking. What truly elevates the 1972 D cent in the eyes of collectors is the importance of condition and variety, rather than sheer scarcity of mintage. While the Denver Mint produced a substantial number of these cents, finding examples in uncirculated or near-perfect condition is far more challenging than many assume. Over decades of heavy circulation, most coins suffered wear, discoloration, or surface marks. As a result, sharply struck coins with full details, blazing red color, and clean fields, especially those graded MS-66 or higher, have become increasingly elusive and desirable. Adding further intrigue, specialists have identified minor double-die varieties, repunched mint marks, RPMs, and subtle strike anomalies among some 1972 D cents. While not as dramatic as the famous 1972 double-die obverse from Philadelphia, these Denver-minted varieties remain highly collectible within era coin circles. Such nuances transform an otherwise common coin into a conversation piece, rewarding careful inspection and reinforcing the thrill of discovery that keeps collectors searching rolls, albums, and old collections. From a market perspective, the 1972 D. Lincoln Memorial cent offers a compelling range of value depending on condition and attribution. Circulated examples typically trade for modest amounts, but uncirculated red coins certified by major grading services can command $20 to $150, with top population pieces in MS-67 red or higher sometimes reaching $300 or more at auction. Coins with recognized varieties or exceptional eye appeal often see additional premiums, reflecting steady appreciation driven by collector demand, registry competition, and growing nostalgia for classic copper cents. For collectors pursuing the 1972 D cent, strategy and care make all the difference. Prioritizing certified, high-grade examples ensures authenticity and long-term value, while studying known Denver varieties can uncover hidden gems. Purchasing from reputable dealers, established auctions, or trusted numismatic platforms helps avoid cleaned or altered coins. Proper storage in inert holders, minimizing handling, and protecting the coin from humidity are essential steps in preserving its color, luster, and investment potential. Beyond numbers and grades, the emotional appeal of the 1972 D. Lincoln Memorial cent is undeniable. It represents a shared American experience. Millions once passed through countless hands, pockets, and registers. Yet today, the finest survivors stand apart as historical artifacts. Collectors are drawn not only to the coin's design and scarcity in top condition, but also to the story it tells about American life, artistry, and continuity during a transformative era. In conclusion, the 1972 D. Abraham Lincoln Memorial 1 cent masterfully blends history, symbolism, and collectible challenge, securing its place as a respected and rewarding addition to any U.S. coin collection. Whether pursued for its artistry, its Denver Mint identity, its condition rarity, or its steady market appeal, this coin remains a tangible connection to the past and a compelling prize for modern numismatists. For collectors worldwide, the 1972 D cent is not just a penny. It is a lasting tribute to Lincoln's legacy and a quietly powerful piece of American numismatic heritage. Beyond its established appeal, the 1972 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent holds a special place for collectors who appreciate condition rarity within high mintage issues. Unlike coins that derive value purely from low production numbers, this cent tells a more nuanced story, one where survival in pristine form defines true scarcity. As decades pass, the number of untouched, blazing red examples continues to shrink, making each top-grade survivor increasingly important. This dynamic has quietly transformed the 1972 D from an overlooked circulation strike into a sleeper collectible that rewards patience, knowledge, and a sharp eye. Another compelling dimension of the 1972 D cent is its role within registry set competition, where collectors strive to assemble the finest possible runs of Lincoln Memorial cents by date and mint mark. In this arena, even small differences in strike sharpness, luster, and surface preservation can dramatically affect rankings and values. High-end examples of the 1972 D often become critical key condition coins for those seeking top registry placements, intensifying demand and pushing prices upward for coins that might otherwise seem ordinary at first glance. The coin's enduring popularity is also tied to its classic bronze composition, a feature that resonates strongly with traditionalists. Struck before the major compositional changes of the early 1980s, the 1972 D cent represents the end of an era when U.S. pennies possessed a rich copper tone, substantial feel, and long-term aesthetic stability. Many collectors actively seek out these earlier bronze issues, viewing them as more authentic, more visually appealing, and more historically grounded than later zinc-based counterparts. Educationally, the 1972 D. Lincoln Memorial Cent serves as an ideal gateway into deeper numismatic study. New collectors often begin with this date because it is accessible, affordable in lower grades, and rich in learning opportunities, from grading nuances and luster evaluation to variety attribution and long-term market observation. Seasoned numismatists, meanwhile, appreciate the challenge it presents in locating exceptional specimens, proving that even familiar coins can offer endless depth and discovery. Ultimately, the continued fascination with the 1972 D. Lincoln Memorial 1 cent lies in its ability to bridge the gap between the everyday and the extraordinary. It reminds collectors that numismatic treasures are not always defined by rarity alone, but by preservation, history, and the stories embedded in metal. As interest in classic U.S. coinage grows worldwide, this Denver-minted cent stands poised to remain a respected, steadily appreciating, and emotionally resonant collectible, one that truly rewards those who look beyond the surface and recognize its lasting significance.